Always. Always. Okay? Now, I'd go further than that. You are aware that we have several brothers and sisters that are sick and in need of assistance. We are givers because God's likeness is in us. Okay? Give toward that. Give toward alms. In fact, your Thanksgiving offerings, they go to that. They go to the poor, they go to the sick. Okay? And I go even further than that. You also see, at least half of it, a building that is being built. That is your future. You have a future, Jeremiah says. That is our future, or part of our future. Let's go back to being givers. Let's go back to having the image of God and His likeness in us. If for some reason you have stopped giving, or it's slowed down in your giving, say to the enemy, enough of your deceptions. God's image and likeness is in me. And I will not entertain your thoughts anymore. Okay? In fact, you know what? I encourage us to do something good that we used to do before. Make a vow. Pledge. Again, between you and God. Pledge. I pledge from this day on, I would give this much toward the property, toward the land, toward the building, etc., etc. Pledge. Enforce yourself. Huwag nyo sabihin, every week magbibigay ako ng piso. Wala namang pressure sa inyo, di ba? Walang faith, walang hopes, walang hope, walang perseverance. You know, it's a good thing, and it's an opportunity, a very awesome privilege, that God allows us to see half of what we hope for. Buti nga, nakikita na natin na tumatayo di ba? Pero ang sinabi, hope is something you don't see yet. Buti nga ito, nakikita natin unti-unti di ba? And that should encourage us. It should encourage us. I encourage you. You pray this every day, I hope. We pray this every week. We say, Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I encourage you to pray this prayer. Lord, Thy kingdom come in my heart. Thy will be done in my thoughts. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done in my time, my treasure, my talent, my efforts, my wallet, my bank account, and in everything I do. In the treatment of my brother, in how I do my job, in how I behave during exams. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done in those areas. Hebrews chapter 6 says this. And I'll read this in 3 different translations. God is not unjust so as to forget your work and the love you have shown toward His name, in having ministered and in still ministering to the saints. We have saints around us, among us, who are in need. They need your ministry. And we desire that each of you show the same diligence so as to realize the full assurance of hope until the end. So that you will not be sluggish, but imitators of those who through faith and patience inherit the promises. Ito yung sinasabi sa ibang translation. God is fair. He will not forget what you have done. He will not. He will remember the love you have shown Him. You showed it when you helped His people. And you show it when you keep on helping them. We want each of you to be faithful to the very end. Because if you are, this is what happens. Then what you hope for will fully happen. Itong kalahating building na to, hindi natin nakita yan noong November 2015. Diba? 2016 pala. Nung inaugurate natin, hindi pa natin nakita yan. But our hopes were up. And with perseverance, we waited. Because you will see the hope that you don't see one day if you are faithful to the end. We don't want you to slow down. We don't want you to slow down. Instead of slowing down, Be like those who have faith and are patient, because they will receive what God promised. Let me add this though. I'll read another translation, but let me add this. Don't do it for your reward. Don't do it for your reward. Do it for the reward of the next generation and the generation after them. This building will benefit them, will give them hope. But that's just part of our hope. Part of it. It's a translation. God always does what is right. He will not forget the work you did to help the Christians and the work you are still doing to help them. This shows your love for Christ. We want each one of you to keep on working to the end, hanggang matapos, even beyond. Then what you hope for will happen. Do not be lazy. Be like those who have faith and have not given up. They will receive what God has promised them. You were told how much we need for that building. Okay? Kaya natin yan. Sabihin nyo sa katabi nyo, kaya natin yan. Ang sinabi dito, we want you to be faithful to the end. Because if you're faithful to the end, hindi sinabing kung mayaman ka o marami kang pera at nagbibigay ka. Hindi. Sinabi kung faithful ka. What you hope for will happen. Walang sinabing amount. Ang sinabi lang, persevere. Be faithful hanggang kailan? Hanggang matapos. At sasabihin ko sa inyo, ang katapusan, hindi yung katapusan ng building. Bahagi lang yan. The end is all the days of our lives. In fact, it's not even the end. Because that's just the start of the life of the next generation. Whom we love. Don't we love the next generation? Don't you love your children? Your children will do amazing and awesome things in that building. What we pray for, what we say in the prayer is facilities in which your people, and his people is not just this generation, but the next and the next one. Your people, being restored in your image and ever growing in love for you, might become a habitation of your presence and ministers of your life. That is the venue for Cathedral of the King. One of the venues. We do it outside as well, at our workplace, in our schools, in our homes, in our communities, and everywhere, in the marketplace, everywhere. But do not lose hope. Do not give up. Do not slow down. Okay? The enemy has deceived us enough. Shout with me. Enough. 1, 2, 3. Enough. Again. Enough. We've been deceived. We've listened to the wrong voice. The right voice is God's image and likeness are in us. And if we stop walking and behaving according to the image and likeness of God, according to His being a blessing, according to His being a giver, according to His being a lover, then we allow the enemy to have his way in us. And the culture of death to get the better of us. Enough is enough. God's life is in us. We uphold that. Today is not just about abortion. Today is about the sanctity of life. And that life is in us. And we are to walk according to that life. Not against it. Against it is hatred. Against it is withholding. Against it is lying and gossiping. But according to that life is giving, is loving, is having compassion, is having mercy, in being nice to people, even to those who hate you and those you hate. Wag naman sanang mayroong hatred sa inyong puso, no? But that, enough is enough. Walk according to the life of God in you. Because that's the way it is in the kingdom of our God. Amen. 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 Let us all stand. Let us sing this song.